So we are now driving through downtown Vancouver on the way to Whistler. We're going to be up in Whistler now for I think 4 days. And the nice thing too, we got this car for a whole week because Pat managed to negotiate a really good deal. So that's awesome for Pat. So how long's the drive today?
I think it's about 2 hours.
2 hour drive.
Yeah, so it's not too bad. It's a Saturday, so it shouldn't be. It could be a little traffic, but doesn't matter.
Yeah, well,
holiday.
Downtown Vancouver is not much traffic at all, so mind you, this whole city is really, really quiet. So yeah, we're going to leave the city, and for the first time in a very long time, we're going to head towards the mountains, and even better, for a very, very long time, all the way since back to New Zealand when we first started these travels, we're going to see snow.
Yeah, exciting.
We can wear a thick jacket and put a beanie on and wrap up warm, and that's going to be fun. So. We have made it to Whistler Village.
Oh my god.
Yeah, look at that. Here is Whistler. So that was like an hour and a half's drive from Vancouver.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Straight away, you know, you're up in the mountains, surrounded by snow and little chalets.
It's about half of the mountain is with snow. Still pretty good. Just gotta figure out where our hotel is.
Yeah, so we'll find that out and we'll hop out the car and have another chat in a moment. So we've made it. We are in Whistler.
Right behind me is the famous Whistler Mountain. And I was just saying before, I couldn't believe that I've actually skied down from the top of the mountain to here 15 years ago.
Here you go.
So cannot do that right anymore now.
But it's so unusual to see the white stuff, eh? After the heat of the last 6 months. Do you want to go and touch it? Go on, go on.
Yeah. There you go. That's ice.
Nice.
Yeah, like compared from the tropics where we were. Very different.
So this is the ski run that comes down, and if I just spin the camera around, there's the town of Whistler, the village. As you can see.
Pumping. I think it must be happy hour or something.
Alright, let's go and have a look around.
Yeah, no.
So behind me is the Great Olympic Rings that states that this city of Whistler was once the host of the Winter Olympics way back in 2010. So that's when Whistler had its real boom. Hey? So you can see here most of this, you know, looks about 10 years old. There's so much new development since I first came here. But it's a very expensive town. Like, we just picked up the real estate guide before, and there's stuff in there for like 10 million, 20 million, 35 million even. It's just ridiculously expensive. So we are on a budget. We cannot do anything like that. We thought Sydney, Australia was expensive, but this is a whole different level. So here we are. It's about, I think it's about 8 o'clock at night, still quite bright. The sun has just gone behind the hills behind us. There's hardly anyone around, so it feels very open and spacious. It really does remind me too of Queenstown in New Zealand. This could be Queenstown Mall just coming up through here. Just imagine Skyline gondola up here. It does look like Queenstown to me. Beautiful, beautiful. Just nice to go for a stroll. Don't have to do anything, just walk around town. Well, good morning from a very brisk but sunny Whistler. We have rented a couple of mountain bikes. Sorry about the silly helmet on my head. No helmet really does look good on my head, but we've rented a couple of bikes for as long as we want for the day. They're about $15 an hour or 50 bucks for the day, so it just depends how we're going to go. But at the moment we're just taking a trail around the golf course, and we just stopped to show you how beautiful that is. It's beautifully green. The reflection in the pond of the snow-capped hills behind it is really, really stunning. So Paddy's out taking more photos, of course, but we'll show you a bit of the loop as we go around Whistler today and see what we can find. Wow, that is so much fun zooming around this park.
It's like, what, maybe 20 degrees right now?
Yeah,
it's kind of sticking hot, but yeah, we're just enjoying this amazing trail around here in Whistler. And I think we've got a few more k's to go before we can actually do the whole loop. But we thought we'd stop by and just kind of show you what we've been up to.
Yeah, so let's keep going. Okay, so there's one problem about getting bikes. We've just figured it out. You can't go more than 50 meters and you have to stop again to take another photo. So we were literally just where we were bike past you, turn the next corner and bam, you got this. First you get all the, that's one thing around Whistler, is you get all these different art things hanging around that they're interactive as well. So we just come across this one. But that's not why we stopped. We stopped because look at the view out there. Look at all these cabins on the lake. They're not really cabins either, they're huge.
They're actually called mansions, I would say.
Oh, yeah, Patrick just corrected me saying they're more mansions. But look at the lake and the snow-capped mountains and all the forestry. That's beautiful, and everything's just starting to come into bud too. Like all the trees are just starting to come into bud. I don't know if it's picking it up because it's out of focus, but trust me, it's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And there is Paddy over there again, doing his thing. And these are the cool little Trek Marlins that we've rented for the day. Good old 29er, nice and easy to push around. Just a basic bike, but boy, that's all we need. Best thing we've done. It's good to get out in the fresh air, especially after all that time in the cities. It's been really nice to get some space.
I don't know if you can hear the birds, but
yeah, for sure you'd hear that on the camera. Amazing.
yes, very much. I feel very much outdoorsy at the moment.
Well, you look the part.
No, it's been really nice just sweating it all out.
So I thought we'd just come out of Whistler. It's about 8 k's out of town, not even that, 5 k's out of town. We come to this beautiful little spot called Lost Lake, Today it's about 14 degrees, a little bit overcast, but Pat just said, look, people are in the lake in their bathing suits. There's people over here sun-tanning.
I know, the sun.
I've got a jumper on, it's not warm.
Yeah, but for them this is absolute gorgeous.
Yeah, so it shows how cold their winter was if they think this 40 degrees is let's get our clothes off and lie in the sun. It's a cute little spot. There's about a 1.8k loop all the way around as well, which we may or may not do. But it's just a nice spot just to chill and get out of the village of Whistler. Isn't this beautiful, eh? This is so beautiful. Yeah, it's nice and fresh. There's hardly anyone here. A couple of bikes just went past, but that's about it. Beautiful. It's not hot. It's kind of cool enough to put a jersey on, but that's it.
It's nice and sheltered. We are here.
Yeah.
So obviously, Dave, this is very different from what we have been doing for the last 7 months.
Yes, this is not the beaches.
Not the island.
We've swapped out palm trees to pine trees.
Palm trees to pine trees, that rhymes.
Palm trees. That's very lovely. So different. It's nice to have the space, I think.
Yeah.
That's the thing, is there's space.
Yeah. And for me, my favorite thing is obviously the fresh air.
Yeah, you can almost taste the air. You can taste the pine almost. It's really good.
Let's just hope there's no bears
No, you'll be fine.
around here. Because yesterday we saw a what was that, a fox
Or a fox.
or a coyote? I don't
Bear
know.
won't come near you if he can hear where you are.
Right.
No, they're quite shy.
Yeah.
It's when you sneak up on them and go boo.
Yeah. And especially if they're really hungry.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're just doing a loop around the lake.
Yeah. It'll only take half an hour or so. 1.8 k's.
Yeah. But it's such a nice
Lovely.
walk.
So here it is, wrapping up at Lost Lake at Whistler. That's been a couple of great days.
Yeah, today was just been amazing. Obviously, there's not much people here in Lost Lake. That's why it's been really nice and relaxing to just kind of go around, take our own time, and stuff like that.
Maybe they all lost. That's why we can't find them. Hey, but it's a real, as you all know, it's a very outdoorsy area, Whistler. It's so accessible from Vancouver. It's about an hour and a half's drive, about 120 k's from downtown Vancouver. And you can see why everyone makes this a destination for every weekend as well.
Yeah, and mainly, obviously, this Whistler is for skiing and snowboarding, but we're not really into that. So,
No.
We did the alternative instead, which is biked around town, visited some lakes, and just basically
Just take it
chilled.
nice and easy. Just like I can't stress enough, and Pat's been saying this as well. Like it's so nice to have the space after being in somewhere like Hong Kong where it was just no space at all.
Yeah.
So we're just soaking up the space and the fresh air.
It's nice to be outdoors and in the nature. So
Yeah. Well, thank you. If you like what you're watching, same old drill. Everyone says it. I know you don't need to hear it, but we're going to do the same. Is hit the thumbs up. Even better, subscribe. Please. Like everyone else asks, and you probably do it for them, so you might as well say, I might as well do it for the boys. So
Yeah,
why not? But look, we are aiming to show you as much as British Columbia, Canada as we can while we're travelling around. So we're going to try and stop in all these little small towns and show you the real vibe of what BC is. So
BC, baby.
BC. So the first one was, of course, Vancouver and Whistler. I've just got the tap on the bum, meaning hurry up and stop.
Go.
Let's go. My arm's getting heavy, but
See you later.
see ya. Thank you.